Hello you guys, welcome back. So today's video was requested on a few of my previous videos. So I really like to make videos on wide foot friendly shoes just because my feet are a bit wide. And if you're new here, I've said in previous videos on my one foot, I have a small bunion, which used to give me a lot of pain. I think because I've really focused on wearing barefoot shoes, doing toe exercises, all this sort of stuff, my feet don't hurt me anymore, which is amazing. So now I can get away with wearing shoes that I probably wouldn't be able to in the past. So I just want to mention all of these because some of these, you might think might not work for you, but I find them really comfy. Even if they're not really a wide foot friendly shoe, I find them very comfy. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So I know it can be a big struggle for women to find a wide fitting shoe, but I just want to show you, I have a bunch of shoes. I think I have 17 pairs of shoes that for my feet are very comfy. So if you've heard some of my recommendations in the past and you agree with me, these will all be great. Even if you don't have wide feet, if your foot width is just normal, you will love all these shoes too. They're all super comfy. For reference, I'm usually always a woman's size 9 US or 40 Euro, and my foot is a bit wide. So just keep that in mind, and I will link all these shoes down below as well as the size that I purchased in them. So let's start with probably my most worn designer shoe. It is definitely this Celine Sandal. This is a dad's sandal. I believe this is called the Leo Scratch Sandal. I got this a few summers ago now. It is still in perfect condition. I have worn these so much. It is quite heavy and has a very thick tread on it. I believe they still do make this model. They have different variations of it, and a lot of the Celine shoes have this exact sole. I'll show you the toe box here. Sorry, I know it's showing backwards. I'm gonna do a close-up of it. You can tell that the toe box is quite wide, and then obviously with shoes like this, you can even loosen it up further. So this is just amazing. I would never have thought that this is going to be as comfy as it is just because it does feel a bit heavy. Amazing. Only the first time I wore them, because I wore them on a long walk when it was really humid, I think I had a little bit of a blister at the back, but after that I have never had a problem. I've worn these 30,000 steps on trips before. Usually, actually, if I go away in the summer, I bring other shoes, like high-heeled shoes, to change into at night, and I usually don't. I just keep these on. These can go from day to night. If you're wearing like a loose flowy trouser, you pair these, you can go out for dinner in the evening. This is just a great vacation shoe. I love, love, love it. I would buy this time and time again. If something ever happens to these, I pray they make something similar because I will rush out and go buy it again. In this shoe, I got the size 40 euros, so they do run true to size. I should say I have a few designer shoes, but I also have ones at all different price points, okay? So next up, this is the Prada Monolith Sandal. Again, it's very chunky. I wore these, I haven't worn these a ton. I wore them actually mainly with socks in the evening. So this is a really cool shoe. You can actually wear into fall if it's not too cold where you live, and you can put funky colored socks. I think that looks really cool. Mine are still in pretty good condition. They have a bit of scratching around here, but I cleaned them pretty well. Even though they look like they might be really heavy, the sole is very light. These are in a size 40 euro, so they run true to size. You can tell by looking at them, they are definitely wide. I even have some room at my toe, but I wouldn't, not enough that I would size down. So I would say just get your true size if you have wide feet like me. And yeah, I really like them, and I'm excited to wear these more this summer. I think this is a great shoe. It looks nice with long skirts, or if you have a trouser, a flowy pant. Again, I have a long pair of jeans and I just need a little bit of extra height. So this is something, if you're not really a high heel type of person, you can bring this on holiday and it just gives you a little bit of lift. But I really like these as well. So next up, this pair of shoes I've talked about a lot so far. I love these. Again, this was one of my best buys. I am now a diehard fan of Alaïa shoes. I think if you have wide feet, definitely check out Alaïa shoes. They are so comfy, so well made. Excuse if you see any little fluff going by, sorry, it's from the rug, it sheds a lot. So first up from Alaïa is this studded crystal mule. They also have this in like a ballet flat version. I just thought this was nice because I don't really have a shoe like this. This I feel like is amazing because I have been bringing this on holiday, and again, I'm not really a high heel type of person, but if you need to go out for dinner in the evening, bring this because it dresses any outfit up. I usually wear like a loose trouser, so I feel like this pairs really well. As well, if you have like wide leg denim, I think it looks really nice. So recently we went to Portugal, we went to Lisbon and Porto, and the sidewalks there are quite steep, and definitely, you know, in Europe, the cobblestone and whatnot. And I wore these and they were really comfy, and even walking up the steep hills to and from dinner, perfectly fine. I have worn these in London, many steps, like well over 10,000 steps. They're totally fine. I would say maybe around the 15,000 step mark, which is a lot to wear this type of shoe. Maybe my foot was rubbing a little bit there, but probably my foot was swelling a bit. I love these. I think they're incredibly well made. I said this in a previous video in London. I kind of tripped on the sidewalk and I thought for sure, I'm like, oh, crystal's gonna rip off. It didn't. So sorry, I know these are dirty. I will wash my hands after. The soles on the Alaïa shoes are really good. They're very grippy. I'm gonna show you this other one. If you can see, it's like a rubbery sole. I have not found that I slip around on the sidewalk at all, even if it has been raining a little bit. I love them. You can tell it's definitely wide foot friendly. I would say this one, if you have very narrow feet, this might be a little bit too big. You can also wear a black dress sock with this. I think in one of my other videos, some girls were asking, do my shoes like this make a weird noise when walking? No, not at all. So I don't know if that has happened to some people with the crystal studded shoes from them, but with me, not at all. I love this shoe. I'm so glad I purchased it. And then also from Alaïa, I got this one. I have worn this a few times, not for long amounts of time, just because I want to keep it nice. But yeah, I believe this is called the Vienne Ballet Flat. I will link everything down below though. And it's just really a nice kind of like suede, blue suede shoes. And I should say both of these I got in size 40 euro, so they run true to size. These are so comfy. Honestly, I love these shoes. If I win the lottery, I will have lots of shoes by this brand, but yeah, it's just nice. If you want to save up and get yourself a pair of nice shoes, I would really recommend this brand so far, just with these two that I have. Really love these. You can adjust it here and they're very comfy immediately. Their ballet flat that surprisingly I find is so comfy is from Cause. So it is a black leather one. I have wore this a ton as well. The sole that it originally came with was not the best. So when I was in New York, I just got a cobbler to put a nice sole on it and he did it really quickly. It didn't cost much money and it's excellent. It's very grippy now. So I would say if you order this shoe, you know, you plan on keeping it for sure, just take it to a cobbler right away and get that on just so it doesn't get damaged. This also comes in a nice cream, like a whitish cream color right now, which is beautiful. I just probably don't trust myself with that color. But surprisingly, even though it doesn't really look like it's wide foot friendly, it is very comfy. Even the first time I wore it, it didn't hurt my feet at all. I wore these thousands of steps in New York. You know, when you go to New York, how much you walk, and these never hurt my feet at all. Again, this is a great shoe if you want to stick in your bag, if you don't like wearing high heels, you know, on holiday, put this in. This looks nice with long flowy skirts, jeans, trousers, everything. Even the cobbler said to me, he's like, this is actually a really nice shoe, like very nice material. He's like, I'm surprised they didn't put a better sole on. I'm like, yeah, I agreed with him. But now that he did that, it's amazing. So this Cause shoe I got in size 40, so it does run true to size as well. So next up, I have a sandal from Feelgrounds. So this is a barefoot shoe company that makes shoes that don't really look like barefoot shoes. I've made lots of videos about this brand before. I work with them, but I recently purchased an all black pair of these. So they should actually be coming today or tomorrow. So I will try to add this into the video, but I love these. If you just want one pair of sandal for the summer because you have foot problems, or these would be great actually to stick in your bag on a holiday, just in case if any of your other shoes give you a blister, and you know how that is, it's hard to get through the rest of the week on holiday. These are amazing. These are truly the most minimalistic shoe you can get, very flexible. It really stretches your toes when you're wearing it, and you know, it makes you, when you're walking, you can feel it more in your glutes when you wear a shoe like this. So I have worn these so much. They're a little bit dirty there, but the ones that I ordered are the luxe version, so they're black on black. I'll put a photo up here. I'll show you when I get them. So all their shoes run true to size. This is a size 40. And that corresponds to a 9 US. In Toronto, I wore these a lot. If I just wanted to go for a nice walk in the summer, I would put this on definitely whenever I would go to get a pedicure, just because it's very easy to get in and out of. You can just totally undo the back like that and slide your foot in easily. All the women at the nail salon would always comment. They're like, oh, this is a great shoe to get a pedicure in. I would also wear this if, say, I was just going to yoga or Pilates, something where I didn't need running shoes at the gym. I would wear this, and it just really lets your feet breathe after. I've worn these so much. The tread on the bottom still looks perfectly fine. It just is a bit stained there, but you can wipe it down, which I've tried. But I just thought the black version would be great. This is so nice because see how thin it is? You can literally just slide this in the pocket of a tote bag, your backpack. I just think this is always something good that you should have in your bag on holiday, just in case something goes wrong with your feet hurting in the summer. And you don't want that to ruin the rest of your trip. If you've never tried a barefoot shoe before, I would really recommend it. I love it so, so much. So my new Feelgrounds just got here. So these are the Seaside Luxe Sandal in all black, of course. And these are in size 40 euro or US size 9. So they run true to size. These are even more comfy than the ones that have the cork on the sole that I just showed you. These are amazing. You can see it's almost like a faux suede material there. So the sole looks like that. I've just been wearing them around all morning in here. So if you typically like to just be in bare feet around your house, but you have old wooden floorboards like this that are in some areas they're a little bit rough and uneven, and in the kitchen the tile floor is really cold. So in the winter I like to have something on my feet. I usually just put these on, my other ones, and they're amazing. And they're so thin that you can just actually even put them in your pocket. I just tried in the pants that I have. They actually fold up and they can go in your pocket. Okay, so next up I have two similar shoes. So one is from Nike. This is the Nike and Jacquemus collab. And then this one is very similar, and it's also from Feelgrounds. It's called their Courtside shoe. The Feelgrounds Courtside shoe, this one is in a size 40 euro or 9 US. And with the Jacquemus shoe, let's just double check. I ordered this in the size 9 US, but on the tag it says this is a 40.5 in euro. So just keep that in mind. So it runs true to size in the US sizing, but I guess you would have to go up half a sizing if you get it in the euro sizing. So why I love both these shoes for summer or spring is, I mean, this is definitely a barefoot shoe, and this, they didn't really intend it to be, but it definitely is. You can see how wide it is. It is shaped in the anatomical shape of your foot, very flexible. They're just amazing. So again, if you're gonna do a Europe vacation, do lots of walking, I would recommend both of these. And just because they're white, they look good with everything. My fiance had also got these Nike ones, and he's like, hands down, these are the most comfy shoes of life. I'm like, yeah, because it's essentially a barefoot shoe. That's why you think like that. So next up, this is a shoe from L'Intervalle, which is a shoe store from Canada, I believe from Montreal. And I got these in Toronto though, and I believe they still have this style on their website. So this is just a great shoe. Again, if you're not a big high heel person, it's a small block heel, very sturdy, and any sort of shoe like this is good if you have a wider foot. And the material on all of their shoes at their store, the leather is really nice. I believe most of their shoes are made either in Portugal or Spain. And these usually go on sale in the summer. They also have tons of colors. So if they don't have this exact one in stock, I will link similar ones, but I believe they still do make it. And again, I just feel like this is a great one to bring on holiday just because it doesn't take up much room in your suitcase. This smushes down nice and flat. And you know, it's not a super high heel, so if you're walking on cobblestones or just kind of uneven terrain, it's totally fine. Because it's black, it kind of just goes with everything. So if you just want one little heel to stick in your bag, this is a great one. So next up, this is from Massimo Dutti. Surprisingly, even though it doesn't look like it would be comfy, it is, maybe because it's made out of mesh. This is a mesh flat. This is in a size 40, so it runs true to size. This one also comes in the color black. I just thought this one was a little bit fun just to add a pop of color. So again, you might want to try a mesh shoe just because it does have some give and it kind of conforms to the shape of your foot. Now this one I probably would not wear all day long. I've just been kind of sticking it in my bag. Again, if we're going on holiday and you just want to wear something out to dinner that's not a high heel, but it kind of dresses your outfit up a little bit. Okay, so next up, this shoe is from the brand Marsèll, and I got these in an Essence sale a couple 2 or 3 years ago. This is like a derby shoe. So with Marsèll, if you're not familiar with this brand, they have a lot of their shoes a very thick gum sole. They have a very distinct sole that's quite blocky, so you either love it or hate it. You know, for some, they might think it kind of looks like a clown shoe, which I understand if this is not your style, but because of that, they're usually wide foot friendly. So if they don't have this exact shoe, I will try to link something similar. They usually do make very similar shoes. Often this brand does go on sale on designer websites like Essence or you know, other websites like that sell lots of different brands. So maybe don't pay full price, but my fiance also has a pair of dress shoes kind of like this, and he says they're really comfy. These are super, super comfy, even though they're patent leather. They didn't require any breaking in like a Doc Marten or anything like that. The toe is very wide foot friendly, and these are a size 40 euro, so they run true to size. Next up, if you have wide feet, you might not think to shop at Zara for shoes, but Zara, surprisingly, because a lot of their clothes fit small, their shoes, for the most part, I find are pretty good for my feet. Like, I have over the years got lots of shoes at Zara that are perfectly fine. So I had recently picked this shoe up in a size 40 euro, and I do find pretty much all their shoes run true to size. That's one thing Zara does well. So these reminded me of the Row, I believe the Ginza sandal. So I had picked these up. I believe these exact ones are sold out, but often Zara always does a sandal like this. I've so far just worn these around the apartment, but you can see the toe box is very wide foot friendly, has lots of room. So definitely check Zara, and it's not going to break the bank. Okay, so next up, I do not have the wide foot version of this, but Converse, actually, if you don't know, they make wide foot versions of a lot of their shoes right now. So I have just this platform high top here. I don't wear these a ton because Converse are known for not being the best for your feet, but I just wanted to mention they have a wide foot version. I don't find these actually too bad on my feet, but I don't wear them for long periods of time. So just for reference, in this regular one, I got the size 8.5 US, which is equal to a 39.5 euro. So I would say in this one, I went down half of a size. So I just think this is a cute shoe for spring or summer if you like this, and they have wide foot friendly shoes. So you can go on their website and get this exact one, but in a wide foot version. So this New Balance shoe is called the New Balance Classic 574. So it is definitely wide foot friendly. If you see that the shoe has a D width, that means wide foot. So this shoe I have in a 9 US, or it says 40.5 euro. So if you get it in US sizing, runs true to size. In the euro sizing, go up half a size. These are extremely comfy. I love them. If you just want a casual sneaker, I dug these back into my closet. I've probably had these 4 or 5 years. For the most part, I take very good care of my shoes, so they still look brand new, but I've worn them a ton. So if you're not aware, New Balance shoes in general, they have a lot of shoes that are wide foot friendly or unisex sizing. So definitely check this brand in general if you know your feet are a little bit wide. So this New Balance shoe, I have had tons of different colors. I just find that this is a really, really comfy shoe. So something you need to know about the New Balance 530, this one is in unisex sizing. So when it is in unisex sizing, it's actually in men's sizing. So on the label, it says 7.5 US, but that's a men's size, or a 40.5 euro. So usually if you just want to be safe, go by your euro sizing. So in that case, I went up half a size in my euro size. This is also a D width shoe, and it's just really comfy. I mean, you could wear this to the gym, just walking, you know, as your everyday kind of running errand shoe. It's super, super comfy. And then lastly, let's just talk about a few pairs of gym shoes. So for running, my favorite pair is from Topo Athletic. It is an anatomical toe box. I actually own a couple pairs of these. So I get a women's 9 US, or it's a 40.5 euro. So the sizing in US fits true to size. Sizing in euro, you're gonna have to go up half a size. These are great. Your toes don't get banged up. Really, really nice. So next up, for leg day, lifting at the gym, deadlifting, squatting, lunging, stuff like this, I feel it's really important to wear a barefoot shoe so your feet can really grip the ground and your toes can splay. I would suggest to you to wear toe socks as well. So this is from Vivobarefoot. I've had multiple pairs of this particular shoe. Because I used to wear scrubs to work at a dental office, I actually would wear this shoe to work with my scrubs because we usually wore the color black. I really feel like this shoe in particular helped fix my feet. So I got this in a size Euro 40, so it runs true to size. Anatomical toe box. This is the Primus Light shoe. I think I've had at least 3 or 4 pairs of the Primus Light. I have various ones. I adore this shoe. I actually see a lot of people wearing this particular shoe here at the gym. So one more pair of shoes I've been liking for the gym is this Nike Metcon 5 shoe. I picked this one up in New York. So I got the woman's size 9 US, or 40.5 euro. So in the US sizing, it runs true to size. In euro sizing, go up half of a size. Sorry, the light is reflecting off of it. It's neon yellow. So this whole part here is mesh netting. So it kind of compresses your foot a bit. So personally, I would not wear this shoe for long periods of time, but I like it for certain workouts just because I find the sole really grippy and my foot doesn't slide around. So sometimes for instance, if I'm doing a walking lunge and I don't have my barefoot shoes, I like this. Or on the stair climber, for whatever reason, I feel like this shoe really grips and my foot doesn't slip at all. So I would say in US sizing, it runs true to size. You could probably even go up half of a size though, just because it is quite fitted down here, just because it's one piece. Yeah, but I really just like the pop of color. I've seen a lot of girls online saying that these are their favorite workout shoes. So I just wanted to mention that because I've been liking it lately. So I hope some of you found that video useful. I will try to link everything down below. If this particular model is sold out, I'll try to link an alternative. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments. Until next time, guys, bye.